Today, we've got some fresh leaks about Huawei's upcoming flagship, the Mate 70 Pro, and it's looking incredible. Let's dive into the details, including a live image that shows some major upgrades, including 5 rear cameras. As we near the end of 2024, Huawei is gearing up to unveil its second flagship series of the year, the Mate 70 line. Last year's Mate 60 series took everyone by surprise. After a long wait, it marked Huawei's return to 5G with their homegrown Kirin 9000's chip, making it the first time since 2020's Mate 40 that we saw a 5G Kirin processor. The Kirin 9000 was built using SMIC's 7nm node, which isn't as advanced as the 3nm A17 Pro AP in the iPhone 15 Pro series, but it was still a huge win for Huawei, especially considering the US export restrictions that had been keeping them from using 5G chips. Now with the Mate 70 series set to launch soon, the tech world is buzzing with questions about what will be powering these new phones. Will Huawei and SMIC stick with the 7nm node, or will they push the boundaries further? Rumors suggest that SMIC might be using older deep ultraviolet lithography, DUV, to produce a 5nm chipset for the Mate 70 models. Typically, DUV is used for 7nm production, so pulling off 5nm with this tech would be impressive. On the other hand, there's been talk about Huawei potentially using nano-imprint lithography, an alternative to extreme ultraviolet lithography, which is typically used for advanced chips like those on 5nm, 3nm, or even 2nm nodes. It'll be interesting to see what chipset actually powers the Mate 70 and how it's manufactured. Whether it's the rumored Kirin 9100 or something else, the focus will be on the process technology behind the chip, not just its name. Now let's talk about the biggest news, the live image of the Mate 70 Pro that's making waves online. This image, shared by a Greek publication, shows a Mate 70 Pro being held by what's rumored to be a Huawei executive. A few weeks ago, we saw a similar leak with live images of the trifold Mate XD, which were also revealed by longtime Huawei executive Richard Yu. So it wouldn't be surprising if he's behind his latest leak as well. The image gives us a glimpse of the Mate 70 Pro's back design, but here's the catch: it's in a case, so the full design is still a mystery. What we can see, though, is that the phone features 5 rear cameras housed in an octagonal camera island. Yes, you heard that right, 5 cameras. This is a big deal, as it could mean a significant leap in Huawei's mobile photography game. We also see that the phone has a curved screen on all 4 sides, adding to the sleek, futuristic feel. Even though the case hides much of the phone's design, we can make out a few other details. There's an accented power button on the right side of the device with a volume rocker positioned just above it. As for the cameras, reports suggest that the main camera could be a 60MP sensor, which would likely be the anchor for the 5-camera setup. That's some serious photography potential. The Mate 70 Pro is the only device we're expecting in this series. Shake things up again with the Mate 70 Pro, especially with its impressive 5-camera setup. We'll have to wait and see what chipset they use, but one thing is certain: Huawei is back in the flagship game, and they're coming in strong. That's it for today. What are your thoughts on the Mate 70 Pro and its 5-camera system? Let me know in the comments section. As always, see you in the next video.